Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Journalist Toolbox training. My name is Mike Reilley, the founder and editor of the Journalist Toolbox. You can find us online at journalistpluraltoolbox.ai. And our website's full of all kinds of tools and resources that are helpful to journalists, two of which we're going to cover today. ChatPDF that allows you to upload PDFs and break them down. This works for data journalism, as I'll show you, and also breaking down academic papers or long research studies. And I'll also show you PaperGuide as well, which is a really cool little tool. It does something somewhat similar, but is quite useful as well. The links to both of these tools are available in the description of this video right underneath it. So to get started, you might want to log into chatpdf.com. You can set up a free account there. It does have some paid upgrades. A little plus button down here in the bottom allows you to upgrade to a little higher standards with it. But I found that the free version, covers plenty of ground with what I'm looking for with it. So what I've done is I've gone in and uploaded. You can set up a new folder or a new chat. Just hit new chat. You can upload a PDF to it. It handles only PDF files, obviously, based off of its name. And this is a very long article on neo-liberalization. It's an academic article. It's authored by several professors, including Nick Theodore, whose daughter I had in class at the University of Illinois at Chicago. Um, and I uploaded this article, and I can ask it some basic questions. What are it offers a few suggestions up here. It kind of gives you a little welcome here. Offers some suggestions. What are the main conclusions from this article or study? I could have called it as well. And it'll go and pull out the three highlights. These aren't necessarily in a conclusion at the end of the piece. This is stuff that it's pulled out of the document. Define. So I'm asking it to define, what variegated neoliberalization is. And it always gives you a few starter prompts up here, but I just kind of ran some of my own. It refers to this concept here, and gives me a little summary at the end here, which is probably my best definition of it. Gives you a kind of a two-sentence at the top here, but you've got a couple of choices then. And then I'll run one of their base prompts. What are the implications of it? And you can just start asking it questions, which is really nice. Some of my students use this tool as a study guide. They pull my midterm study guides in here, turn it into a PDF and ask it questions, which I think is a clever use of it. Really nice idea. So, it gives you these nice little summaries. Now, you can use Adobe tools to go in here and do the same thing. Adobe Acrobat will do it, but it's only the paid version. There are many different chat tools out there. I just found Chat PDF to be a very, very good one. It's also very versatile. This is some experimentation my students and I did with some data sets, the PDFs. God forbid, you get a data set sent to you as a PDF. And this is a Federal Highway Administration's bridge inspection database. A lot of good data in here. You can put this into a spreadsheet and sort it and filter it pretty quickly and get some good data. And some of the things we did with it, we asked it some questions. Had it ask it if it could do some basic math, which it struggled with it. But just asking, how many bridges were in poor condition in Illinois? It tells you, it goes and pulls it out of there. Now this is only a two-page sheet, but imagine if this was a huge city budget for Chicago or something like that, it would be really, really helpful. What I found really interesting was loading this data set in and then asking it, what do you infer from this data set on bridges? How can it help me tell a story about the condition of bridges nationwide or in a specific state. And I should have probably said news story or investigative story, journalistic article, maybe something like that, to be a little more specific. But it gave me some great story. It is, state by state comparisons, total bridge counts, bridge area analysis. So it gave me some, a call to action. Is it can be something you can use for advocating for infrastructure investment. So it gives me a lot of story ideas, changes over time. Compare this data set to previous years. This is a 2021 data set. I could compare it to 2019, 2017. It goes back every couple of years. It gave me some good story ideas right off the bat, just by looking, really at the headers and some of the data in here. This is what I do. Also, it'll create a data dictionary. I asked it to create a data dictionary, and it went through and gave me the definitions of all the little headers up here. Usually you have a data dictionary that comes with the data set. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And this gave me a very accurate summary of what these different columns meant. And I'd always double check these too, with the source of the data. But boy, it did a really nice job. So those are some different ways to use it. We pulled up the FDIC's failed banks list in here. Shows all the failed banks from 20,000, 2000 to present. And so we, went in and asked, some basic questions of it. What states have Illinois in the column? So it listed some from, some of the banks from Illinois here. Did a pretty good job of pulling them out, and asked for some dates and things like that. This one goes back several pages, and just asked some very broad questions of it. This is the midterm review example. They had my midterm review in here, and this is the students. What are some questions we should ask and things like that. It suggested that, so kind of a good little use of the tool. PaperGuide's a pretty good one too. It'll allow you to do AI search. It's still in beta right now. Literal reviews, literature reviews. It'll also do extracted data. So if you have tables embedded into the PDF, it'll pull them out. We do a lot of data scraping in my classes, as I'm sure you do in your newsrooms, and you get tables embedded into PDFs. It's very annoying, but it also allows you to chat with the PDF as well. What's really cool is under upload URL, you can paste in a URL of the study. You can upload a PDF of it, or you can even do it off of a YouTube video if you have a long conference or something like that, or a panel discussion that you want to put up there, and you can go through and analyze that as well. It does have some paid upgrades in it. You can go down here. It does limit you 5 generations per day, which is pretty good. I wouldn't use it more than 5 times in any one day. But some academics would, maybe some reporters are doing a lot of analysis on government documents that keep coming as PDFs. You can upgrade to a very modest, $9 a month with it as well. So PaperGuide's another good option. But ChatPDF, you can use large language models to do some of this. I've had mixed results. I've had better results in ChatPDF. And I learned about this tool. Actually, one of my students brought it into class one day, and they all do presentations on various tools. And she showed ChatPDF, which I thought was a really good option for this. And we've tested it out, with the data work on the bridge inspections. I thought it just did a brilliant job, because I've taught this exercise for years using spreadsheets, but just the simple chat is starting to give us accurate answers right alongside of it. So we were actually using the spreadsheet to double check it as we were getting our results in here. And our results were consistent. So the students were all running this software, and they were able to come up with some of the same answers as my spreadsheet analysis was up on the screen. So that was really cool to see. Remember, Journalist Toolbox has a lot of these resources up here. I've got a scraping tools section. I've got a data journalism tools section right here under data tools. All kinds of different resources that are useful for journalists. Down the right-hand rail, we have a newsletter and training videos. The training videos, which you are watching one, we've got more than 120 of them up there. AI tools, as well as editing video and audio on your phone. All kinds of different resources are up here, and these videos are short, 5 to 15 minutes long. You can typically get through them fairly quickly, and many of them also have exercises built into them, so which is kind of nice. They aren't just all product demos like this video was. Also, our newsletter, which is a Substack, comes out every other Tuesday morning around 8 a.m. Eastern time. You can open it up. It typically focuses on one tool, like this one with Sora, and it has training videos built into it, links to other tools, and you can get through it in about 5 minutes. It's free, but it does, ask for a donation if you want to donate. If not, just stick with the free version. Hope you found this video useful, and we'll see you on the next training video. We'll see you.